feminine. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Let us see, let us see. What are the messages, Spirit? For feminine, what do they need to know? Thank you. What are the messages? All right, we have revenge. Oh, Lord. All right. Let us see. Terms. Okay. For feminines, we have guarded. Yep, I'm getting that. For our feminines, lifestyle. Okay. This person's coming back. This energy here is coming back. All right. We talked about this before, feminine. Someone admires you a lot. Okay. They really do love you. They care about you or they care for you. You know, there's an emotional telepathic bond between you and this person. All right. So if you go back few readings, maybe 6 readings or so, we talked about twins having an intuitive emotional bond with each other. Okay. And this person not being able to stay away from you even if they wanted to. This is what it feels like. All right. With lifestyle, there's a reason why this person has felt over time like they have to keep something private or they have to keep something hidden or secret. And eventually a person that loves you, is in love with you, things like that, may want to do so in a way where they don't have to keep it a secret. You know, whatever you do can be private. But the fact that I love you or the fact that you love me should not be a secret. All right, so it's like a secret love, hidden love, you know, it just gives a fair or something like that. That's the energy, right? So it makes one person feel really guarded because that may not be what you want. In the past, you could have experienced a lot of trauma as to where now the connection and relationship that you would open yourself up to in that way would have to come with a certain level of trust and safety. And so if you feel like you have to be a secret, it's not easy to trust someone, all right? Because you're secretive for a reason. That means you're being deceptive. You're doing things that don't necessarily give the energy of, oh, I feel safe with this person, or I should, right? So you've built up walls. You've become very defensive. And in many ways, you've blocked this person out from your heart chakra, okay? This person wants to come to terms with you because they feel like you're doing this to get some sort of revenge or you're doing this to get back at them. But I wouldn't use that word. Nevertheless, that is how they're feeling, right? Their feelings are valid, right? Just like all of our emotions are valid. So feelings and emotions are different, but their feelings and emotions are both valid, right? As are yours. This person wants to work something out with you, but you feel like they've shown you this same childish pattern or this same negative or toxic pattern over and over again. And you just don't know if you have it in you to give them another chance. Again, the level of relationship and connection you're looking for or that you were hoping to have with this person requires a certain amount of maturity that maybe you feel they just don't have. Because it's like people lie when they're afraid of something or someone. In this case, what are you afraid of? All right. It's not you. So it's like they're doing something to maintain a certain image for someone, whether it's for the public, you know, period, whether it's for their family and friends, whether it's for, you know, the purpose of a different lover or something like that, karmic partner. Regardless, it just doesn't make a person feel the best. Okay, then we have children as the underlining, so it goes hand in hand, like I said, with that immaturity. Childish behavior. Some of them may have certain responsibilities that they have used as an excuse. I'm not going to say that prevents them from, okay? Because I feel like in the past I've said that, and nah, I can't really say that moving forward, okay? Like blue is just in a whole, you know, as you ascend, you see things differently, you know, we can only see and understand things from where we are. I say that, it goes for me too. Shoot, I'm no different, and I'm always learning. I'm always learning, right? Always researching is my favorite thing to do. So, you know, I just feel I take that back. And now I'm going to say that they use it as an excuse as to why they can't do certain things. Because, you know, we're grown. We have responsibilities. But when you want to do something, you're going to find a way to do it. And I always have said, and I still will continue to say, where there is a will, there is a way. So those two things more go in alignment, I think. You know, using something as an excuse is one thing, but to say, oh, I have responsibility, so that's the reason why I have not. No, that doesn't work, because that means that they don't prioritize you. They are not considering themselves to be, or they're saying or making you feel like they don't want to be responsible for you. You get what I'm saying? So it's something along those lines. All right. Now, this person may have been saying, oh, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Well, if it's in fact not that deep, then again, like Feminine said, there's no need in you getting access to her heart in the first place, because it's not that deep. So why do you need to get access to a person's heart? Okay. So let us see here. Thank you, spirits. All right. Around summer. We just left that season. Around winter. Next season. So I feel like right now, maybe you're just not ready. Okay, sneaky. You still don't trust the person. All right, because right now it's autumn. Okay, shout out to all my autumn babies. Ooh, ooh. All right, it's autumn. And you're like, I'm not so sure about, you know, if I'm ready right now. Perhaps soon come, you'll be ready. But right now, okay. We about to go into that next season soon come. You know, it's not too far off, but this person feels like they just want to, you know, let's run away. Let's run off into the sunset. And you're like, what about those responsibilities that you have that prevent you from being able to love me aloud? How is that, you know, going to work? Can't run away from obligations and responsibilities. Okay. That could also be where this person is coming from. Like maybe in their mind, they assume that's what you were wanting them to do. But all I see here with around summer, for example, there is an actual person on here and their back is turned. We see their back, you know, the back of their head. So I feel like maybe in the summer you were recharging your battery. You spent a lot of time in the sun, okay, near water, replenishing your emotions. Yeah, so it's like your heart chakra is not blocked, period. But you are not allowing this person into the gateway of your heart. Okay, like you're not allowing them through that door right now. Okay, they just showed me a little door on a heart and it closed. Okay, like slam shut. Okay. Because of this options here, juggling connections. Person wanted to be a player. Well, they don't want to be a player no more. I don't even feel like they wanted to be a player. I just feel like that was a, you know, like this is the situation. I'm doing this because I feel like this is what I have to do. Their way of thinking, you know. But they're looking at your photos and they're missing you. It's like, I miss my person. I wonder what they're doing, you know. I wonder where they, you know, where they've been, who they've been spending time with. Okay, that's one of the things that has been coming up a lot as well from the masculines. Really wondering what feminine is up to, what she's doing. Looking at your photos, thinking about you, possibly videos. Okay, listening to voice notes as well. That's been coming up. And then we have the current underlying energy of call. So the person wants to express what they're feeling. All right. Right here where it says block heart chakra, unblocking. I'm getting something here like, you know, let me back into your heart. Okay, I want to hear your voice. All right, at least let me know that you're okay. But that's the thing, you are okay. They know or feel like something is different between the two of you. Something has shifted. We don't see that quite coming out. The only thing that we see here is that you're guarded because of the way that you've been made to feel. Person with their juggling. Okay, could be an earth sign here, Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. But we have risk. Ooh. All right, so you may feel like something is too risky. This person may feel like they want to take the risk. Yep, we have dreams visiting you. Okay, so someone may be taking a risk to come towards you here. Visiting you, spirit world, receiving downloads, confirmation. This is confirmation. Somebody's been trying to connect with you in your dreams, especially because, or shall I say, if you have not been responding in the physical and you have not been responding to them, you know, during waking hours when they're trying to get through telepathically, they're like, okay, well, we're going to try dreamland. You know, they're trying everything that they can at this point. That's the terms, you know, negotiating with you. It's the energy of begging, but this person may have a lot of pride as to where their ego prevents them from opening their mouth and saying, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want to do about it, I want to fix this, I apologize, is there anything I can do, tell me what I can do. You know, they just, it's something about that pride, okay? Even though that's really what they want to say, okay? They want to say, hey, you know, what can I do, is there anything I can do? They feel like you're the person for them, and the further away that you've distance yourself, the more they realize this, because it's like all they have now is the memories, all they have now is the silence, and it's something about the echoes in that silence. Okay, so let us see. Not letting this person get too close right now, focused on healing. All right. I just feel the pattern with this person is that they just keep this mask on. They know that you're soulmates. You know that you're soulmates. There's a soul connection between the two of you. This person continues to sabotage it, then they come in, want to work on it. They sabotage it, then they come in, want to work on it. And you've allowed them that opportunity time and time again because of who they are. But they continue to wear this mask. You could think of this mask and the lifestyle energy as the same thing. They do have a facade card in here, so I wouldn't be surprised if that card were to come out at some point. Okay? Because I just may pick that deck back up. Okay? We never know. But here it is anyway, even if it didn't. So not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. All right? So saying one thing, doing something else, pretending like they don't know what you're talking about when you bring it up, avoiding certain things. In the event there are important conversations that you need to have, or really, you know, like, again, not to sound like a broken record, but if there are things that you need to discuss that are like unavoidable and the person just keeps avoiding it, well, this is why there's no progress. All right, so soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract, but what can you do about it? So they feel like you're doing this to get revenge because of them wearing this mask and pretending like something isn't what it is. You put this mirror up for them. Now they're looking at things. They're thinking about things. Yeah, for those of them that are in karmic relationship, well, they're doing a lot of reflecting. Okay. We have healthy choices. All right. So yeah, they feel like this connection, this relationship is a healthy choice. A healthy love choice. Okay. You're someone that loves yourself. You care for yourself. You're happy with or without the person. Yes, that may sting, but it tells them everything they need to know. Like, your happiness stems from within. Your peace is within. You know, it's not a person outside of you, a thing outside of you that can shake that foundation, because you're deeply rooted in source energy. Okay? So this person is like, okay, yes, this person wouldn't be super dependent upon me to make them happy. No, the situation may have made you sad. It may have hurt your feelings. You may have cried. You may have really, you know, been heart hurt. Okay, I'm not going to say heartbroken. Okay, may have been heart bruised. Okay, for some of you, it could have been heartbreak. Okay, depending on the depth of the pain. But if this person has done something over and over and over again, I feel like it hurt a little less each time. And that's what they're not getting. As it hurt a little less, that means you also felt a little less. You see what I'm saying? And so they're like, oh, your feelings change, your feelings change. Well, if you treat a person a certain way long enough, what do you think will happen? They'll still love you with all their heart, because their heart is huge. You know what I'm saying? And there's still this soulmate connection between the two of you. So that doesn't ever change. It's not going to stop overnight just because the person can't get right and they were deceptive. You know, but it doesn't mean that you have to lower your standards, go against your own morals and values. You know, whatever your code is that you live by, you live by that. Stand on that. This person wants to not prioritize you, not prioritize the connection. Okay, let them stand on that. But you're continuing to transform. And again, see, it's like they feel you've had a change of mind. You look different. Your energy is different. Something about, you know, it's just different. All right, we have kisses, unconditionally loving. See, so you love them. You're coming across very guarded, but you still love them no matter what, no matter who. I feel like they love you the same way. We have unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. You may be very affectionate. That may be something that they're missing, the kisses. And then again with the snake, but because you feel like they are who they are, you know what I mean? It's like you love them, but they are who they are. It's like when you have a pet as a, you know, a snake as a pet. It's your pet, but it's still a snake. You know, you love them and everything like that. Still a family member. You know, I'm a person that believes if you have pets, they are family members. Okay. Dogs and cats and things like that. All your animals really like your little babies. You know, that's how I look at it. It's little babies, you know. But anyway, so you have, you know, love, but it's still a snake. You know, so it's like this person is just really clever. You may be clever too. You guys always show up as a king and queen of swords. Wouldn't be surprised if it happens today. You know, they may be very clever, but it's like they always do things that make you feel like, damn, am I in on this or are you against me too? You know what I'm saying? So you can't be in on something with a person, again, that you don't trust, that you don't feel safe with. But here they are, wanting to date you. All right, still loving you, still wanting you. And you feel stabbed in the back, honey. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking, attack. So you deciding that you don't want to do this anymore because this person wants to live this double life. Now they feel stabbed in the back because they feel like they do view this as their safe space, you know. It says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. They see this as their palm tree. Yeah, they date, child. So this person, what are they even doing, you know? I see why you said never mind. Because they are over the place. If you know you have these feelings, what are you doing? It's like they're not being true to themselves. And we talked about that recently as well. If a person can't be true with themselves, I know you may want them to be real with you, but chances of that happening, you have both. All right, it says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Person comes in, wants to offer clarity, it feels like. Because they really don't want this to be over. The Grim Reaper is when something is done, like finished. That's it and all. They don't want that to be the case. Yeah. Okay, around summer, they could have really realized, like, okay, this person is really done. I haven't heard from them in a while or something like that. You could also flip it if you need to. But I really feel like it's the way that I asked the question. It's typically how it is. Coffee cup, all right? Yeah, they want to meet and talk to you, but maybe you're just not paying them no mind. They could have tried around summertime to meet up with you or see you. And you just did not say anything, or the meetup never happened. Maybe you said no thanks or something. All right, yeah, because again, it's snake. It's the way that you see them now. Yeah, the golden mirror, you see them as somebody that only cares about them, only wants what they want. They see you as a safe space, but what about you feeling safe with them? Once upon a time, perhaps you did, you know? But this person, in the way that they continue to move, again, with the repetitive patterns that of childish behavior, immature things. You know, you say, I'll give a person time to grow and develop. But if time passes and you don't see any growth, no development, okay, you're like, well, that's stagnation. I don't know how much more I can continue to invest into a situation that's not moving. All right, so we have clock. Now, like I said, perhaps around winter, which is the next season, you'll be ready to talk to the person because you'll be done had enough time to heal. Perhaps winter is when it happened, you know, last winter, as in the separation. And, you know, this up and coming winter is when you'll be ready to talk to them again or something. You like, I need time. Like, and a person doesn't realize how much something really affects you until they see. You know what I mean? Like, you could be telling them all day long, you know, till you're blue in the face, and they didn't believe you until now they're seeing. And they're like, wow, okay. Because, you know, maybe the two of you have never been separated this long or something. Okay, maybe you know, you're on each other like white on rice. And right now, two completely separate dishes. You get what I'm saying? So, but there's still passion. There's still love. You just view them as a snake. Somebody who's always going to stay in this karmic connection because they feel like they have to. So regardless of what they feel they could have with you or what you feel you could have with them, it's like it is what it is kind of thing. I feel like you're embracing it because that's how they treated it. They treated it like, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't matter. So you're like, oh, it is what it is, you know. And now they don't like that. So again with the mirror, but that's what a woman is. Okay? If you don't like the way a woman is acting, ask yourself, how have you been treating that woman? How have you been making that woman feel? Something to think about. All right, this is truth. Okay, this is not an opinion. Again, do your own research. Anything I ever say, research it. Okay, that's how I feel about that one. I stand by that. Anything you ever hear me say, if you don't believe me, even if you do, research it. Okay, I'm big on that. Ask any of my OG supporters. I'm huge on that because I'm all about a person doing their work themselves and not expecting the advisor to do the work for them. Okay, so do the research, but that's just a fact. Okay. Think about the moon. Okay. Right? All that. Think about the moon and the water. Okay. All that reflective, right? So it's like, yeah, how are you treating that person? So now they're watching you, looking, stalking. And if you were to ask them about it, right? If you were to say, hey, did I see you at such and such and such on such and such day? They'll say no. You know, they'll act like they don't know what you're talking about, but they are watching you. They are looking. Definitely, because they feel like you're the one. They feel like you would be the perfect match for them. They the perfect match for you. That's how they feel. Yeah, twin flame. Hello. Same energetic signature. Same energetic blueprint. If the two of you were to be together, baby, do it like it's your B-Day, baby. All right, we have yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. And do it like it's your B-Day, baby. We got coffee cup. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. It's the homie, lover, friend vibe. Homie, lover, friend, self-indulgence. Yeah, so this person is definitely hurting right now. Look where it fell out. Remember I said around summer, you could have been in the sun a lot, recharging your batteries, doing things like that. But the sun is masculine energy, so you tapped all the way into that. Like you're in go mode, you're in grind mode. That's been coming up a lot for the feminines as well. A lot of the feminines are in a space right now where they're divine, feminine and masculine, 2222 on the timestamp, so I'm speaking facts, are extremely balanced. So when it comes to being in the energy of receiving and putting the work in to get the things done that you need to do in order to receive, it's like it's a perfect balance. So you're in like flow right now, beautiful flow. When you started going within, showing yourself more appreciation and putting all that focus back onto self, that's where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, they started realizing the truth. They had a revelation moment. Okay. It says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. They saw your true power. Okay. Maybe they've never seen it before. Yeah, we have seduction. Some of you feel like, yeah, I know this person wants to come together with me, but in the event we were to come together, are they going to go right back to the same situation? Because, see, something could have been so perfect once upon a time between the two of you, and then they were seduced into a different direction. You see, remember the pathway? Yeah, see? So they were seduced. So they knew exactly, like, I want to be with this person. This is the one. This is perfect. Never met anybody like them before. We just work. Oh, my gosh, I'm into this. They're into that. It works. And then they were seduced. I'm going to say it again. Went a completely different direction. But then this wasn't enough. Because they keep thinking about you and how you make them feel. And they keep also thinking about how they stabbed you in the back for this. So then with that boat, they go to circle a block, spin it around, come back. And you're like, I don't know about that. Because remember what had happened? And then with the gaslighting, no, what are you talking about? And all this other stuff, right? Then in the event that their pride and ego feels away because you're standing up for yourself, then it's like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm good with karmic. But you're not, because you keep circling the block. You keep worrying about feminine. You keep watching them. You keep stalking them. You keep tabs on them. You keep doing all these things to try to stay in contact with this person that you supposedly over. But come on. So then you're not over them. So you have this mask on. What is, see? And this is the underline. I can't make this shit up. So you were seduced by karmic and got into this karmic relationship that you've been trying to escape to get back to twin the whole time. But no, there's a way to go about doing that. So I feel like because this person refuses to go about it the right way, you ain't doing it with them. Okay? Whether they say they love you or what have you, like that's great. I love you too. And still, we just won't be together then. Okay? This person is in this relationship for the turmoil. And they still doing it. Alright, lessons. They have a lesson to learn. They look at you and they're like, damn, this person is the truth. This person will be chasing after you now. Alright, especially for those of you not paying them no mind. Reminiscing. This is all that keeps coming out. They're reminiscing. Thinking about you a lot. Let's get into the tarot, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords and the Chariot. So this person is worried that you're moving on. Worried that you have moved on, that you're done. This is a thing of the past, they feel. Five of Cups. I'm, you know, full of shame. I haven't heard from my person. And God knows how long, like I said, for some of you, since last winter, that's almost a year. All right. So we have the Nine of Cups and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So what they hide is that their heart desires to have Ten of Pentacles with you. That's the palm tree. Ten of Pentacles is the palm tree. Right? It says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. The Ten of Pentacles is long money. All right. Building up a life with somebody that is extremely secure and stable, as to where all your descendants will be good for like generations. Okay. Generations. Okay. That's palm tree. Right? Trees take a while, but okay. They're something that is secure, stable, continues to grow, is flexible, endures storms. Okay. So that's what they want with you. They feel like this is the relationship that could last their lifetime. So then why are you still playing with karmic? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if they thought you would just sit around waiting forever for them to really take that mask off or what. But child, with the Two of Pentacles, you said you and this juggling ain't it for me. I'm sorry. All right. Knight of Wands is action. Action that a person could be taking here because, you know, they're determined. They're determined to be with their person. Eight of Wands is communication coming in from them. And that Ace of Cups, a love offer. So they want to make this love offer to you. Okay. Again, with the feeling like this is a healthy choice. All right. Shall we have Justice and the Hierophant? Yeah, they want to do right by you. Okay. And they feel like doing right by you includes high levels of commitment in marriage. Okay. That's what they feel like. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Page of Swords. Page of Swords is watching, all right? Curiosity, yeah. So again, with the spying, it's like they're waiting. You know, double dutch ladies, right? When you're waiting on that perfect moment to jump in, it's like, you know, hold up, wait, hold up. Okay, so that's what I feel like right now. This person is hold up, wait, hold up, you know, to have a conversation with you. All right, when is the right time for me to jump on in there and have this conversation with feminine? Because from the looks of things, they ain't paying me no mind. Okay, they ain't paying me no mind. Six of Swords, they're very distant from me. All right, either emotionally, which we know has been the case for a while, or physically as well, because maybe you live really far away. Two of Wands, but it's because of me not knowing which path I wanted to take. Okay, Three of Pentacles. So I need to come towards this person, let them know they're the choice. They are the decision. I feel like you always have been. Something else was just happening because that's where a person was. Could have been convenience. Like, you know, this is where I am. This is what I'm doing. Now, where you're at is where you're meant to be. So another reason why you said, okay, I'm just going to fall back. You get what I'm saying? There's so much that goes into it. If you're the more spiritually ascended twin, you're like, listen, okay, just coming from a conscious place, where you are is exactly where you are meant to be. So if that's where you feel like you want to be, then there's nothing secret really about it. It's pretty loud, right? And so this Empress, that's how you were coming. Yeah. All right. You like it. I mean, so they really want reunion with you. They don't feel like that's the case because the moon is not everything is as it appears to be. So yes, I'm here, but it's not where I want to be. So then why are you there? Queen of Pentacles, very dependable, very reliable, very mature. They know that they can come to you for anything. You're very nurturing, you know, but your discernment on a situation is you don't know if you can come to them the same way. That's what we talked about earlier. That's the thing. All right. You don't know if they're dependable in the way that you are. Now we have this King of Wands. The King of Wands is very loyal. All right, very attractive. So I feel like you have your questions and your doubts right now, but the one thing that I'm seeing from this person and that they're going to show you very soon, Three of Wands, is that despite the situation and regardless of what it looks like, they're loyal to you. Okay, and you're going to say, how? You know, this is the situation. This is your twin flame. So first of all, you'll only ask that if you're not a true twin. I swear. I promise. I promise. Because the ego is going to want to say, how? But your conscious self is going to immediately know what I'm talking about. But that's only if you're a twin. Okay. If you're not, then you're going to say, how? That don't make no sense. That motherfucker's over there with this person and whoop, 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 and doop, 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 and all this other stuff. Okay. You're going to curse them out, bless them out, and say you love them at the same time. And I'm not saying you can't get on your person's behind, because sometimes it's absolutely necessary and they need it. I'm saying it's the way that you do things. It's the way that you say things when you say you love somebody. Okay. So there's a difference, right? Those who are operating from ego or those who are operating from love. There's a difference with how you'll respond to what I just said. But the King of Wands is very loyal. Okay. Very loyal. So this person sees themselves as being your husband or being loyal to you. They may be loyal to the idea of becoming your husband, you know, because the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Cups here. All right. The Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is all about feeling like something is fated. Something is destiny. Destiny is always shifting and changing, like I always tell you guys, based on whatever decisions or choices we make. So in the event this person decides to not make empowered choices and decisions, then they won't get this Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles that they so much Nine of Cups. You know, it's like they so desired it. Okay, make it happen, Cap. You know, Two of Cups. Perfect match, mutual energies. Okay, so just like how they feel that the two of you are perfect for one another, you feel that way too. Okay, yeah, the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is recognition. Okay, so this person knows you're their twin, but they also know that if they come to you right now and make an offer, you may not be ready. Again, with that time, all right? So maybe winter they'll come back and they'll try something. You get what I'm saying? And you'll say, oh my God, all the way in winter. But whoever went through this, you went through the pain that you felt and you decided to take your time, like a whole year or so, to yourself to heal. And if this is for you, and I really believe that, like, if you love something, let it go. If it's yours, it'll come back, it'll stay if it's yours. If it's not, child, let it go and let it do what it do. But when you know that you have to heal, you have to do what's best for you. You don't ever give yourself away or lose yourself to a situation that's not making you, you know what I'm saying, like, period, to a situation, period. But you don't want to give yourself away to something that's not making you feel your best, not making you feel good. This person was really making you feel like, you know, they were ashamed of this love or something, but it's a beautiful love. It's a beautiful connection. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And it's something they're always rushing back to. So, all right. But Six of Pentacles, your fear is that it'll turn right back into a one-sided situation and that this person will get back out there, get easily distracted or something like that. Maybe this person struggles with the lust demon. You know, that's the one thing that I could think of. As I just saw the devil too. Maybe they struggle with the lust demon. That's where you like, I don't know about this person. I don't know if I could really trust them for real. You know, and also one of the things, maybe you just see how they were moving the whole time they were with karmic. Like they make it seem to the world like they really love and they're with this person and everything's perfect. But they keep creeping off back to you or something. And you're like, all right, it's 11:11 a.m. right now. So I feel like there's some sort of confirmation there. This is your twin for sure. No doubt about it. They know it. You know it. I feel like other people know it with the Six of Wands. But the situation is what it is because of whatever them and this juggling energy is. And you just not wanting to deal with it no more. All right. Page of Swords is here. They're watching you. All right. Are they just going to keep watching? Or what? What's up with this Page of Swords? Sheesh, as they watch, they're feeling overwhelmed. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Yeah, they watching you feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, not sure if you're coming back, knowing who you are to them. I don't know if they always knew, but they know now. All right, Queen of Pentacles. This person has so much love for you. Okay. Oh, Queen of Pentacles is here with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Oh man, this person is worried that during this time where you've been ignoring them, they're thinking that you've opened your options up and you're talking to someone else. Because the Knight of Cups is affection. So it's like, if you're not being affectionate with me, then who are you being affectionate with? Seven of Cups, someone else, another person. Four of Cups, is that why you're rejecting me? But again, Temperance is healing. All right, think temperament. So you like, the situation was getting me a little off my rocker. Had to fall back, small back, you know. It's all love though, no love lost. I just know what it is and what it isn't. So I have serenity in my heart. And you know, I'm not tripping. Okay, like this is just what it is. We haven't done angel numbers in a while, so let me get some angel numbers. All right, y'all. Let's get some angel numbers right quick. All right, so we see how this masculine is feeling. All right, ready to come towards you, missing you, still feeling like you're the choice. You always have been a choice. Things are not as they appear to be with that Two of Wands and that moon. All right, I'm going to do a members only reading after this to look a little bit deeper into that Two of Wands and the moon. Since not everything is as it appears to be, well, what is it then? Right? Let us see. Angel numbers. Okay. We have 2323, endless cycles, charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. There is some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. You see? So it's like you kept doing something over and over and over and over and over and over. And so you allowed them to keep doing something over and over and over. You said, sorry, not sorry, done. Okay? So if it ever comes back together because the person gets it and they do their work, great. Right? But if not, you're like, I'm doing what I have to do for me. 1313, starting fresh. Encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, communication. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. All right. Two, alignment. Okay. Connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, and trust. How do you move forward towards your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest if it's piqued by something. Following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. Underlying energy is 8888, personal power, just like the 8th chapter of my book, Thoughts of a Rose, which you can find on Amazon, Walmart, and BarnesandNoble.com. All right, it says material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, epic romance. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. All right. So you're stepping into your personal power here. It shows, you know, perhaps you've already been in your personal power for a while. They just haven't realized it, but now they are, you know, and them seeing this is inspiring them. Remember, they're inspired by you to step into their own personal power. Remember, make those empowered choices and decisions. So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Information as to how you can book personal readings with me, purchase any of my merchandise, like any of the candles, the bracelets, the anklets, any of that good jazz, any of the decks, or the books can be found in the description box beneath this video. Peace and hair grease.